Known for his signature style of blessing the food he serves, his handsome face, and still expanding restaurants, Salt Bae has changed the scene of the food industry, bringing celebrities and nations' leaders to his empire to eat. The narrative concerns a small-town butcher who owns the Nusret restaurant chain, Nusret Meat. One can't tell if it's a coincidence that the word meat appears in his name. The beginning. Nusret Gökce was born in 1983 in Erzurum, Turkey, to his coal miner father, Faik Gökce, and his mother, Fatma Gökce. His parents wanted a better opportunity for their children and decided to leave his birthplace for the coastal town of Darıca. But if Faik and Fatma thought they would find a honey land when they moved, they were quite wrong. Life wasn't easy for the young boy. He lived a survivor's life, but this hard life didn't deter him. Due to his extremely poor parents, Nusret had to drop out of school at 13 to support his family with ends meet. He started an apprentice in a butcher's shop, with his future looking gloomy with no prospects. He never knew that this was a stepping stone to his success story. Early journey. He worked long hours as a butcher apprentice in the Kadıköy district in Istanbul, and soon after started working at several Turkish steakhouses. It was a hard experience for the young lad. He revealed once at the Times in 2019, "I woke up at 6 o'clock, 2 hours on the train commute, and 30 minutes after the train on the bus. Then all day long, standing and working, no day off and no vacation." It must have been here that he started growing an interest in cuisine. He made a joke about his experience as a teenager. "The sleeves on my coat were too long and my apron swept the floor. I had to stand on a water case to reach the counter." He hustled like this while also building skills and experience for the next 13 years of his life, and decided to explore new opportunities to build a better experience. To put action to his desire and wish to be an owner of restaurants, in 2009, Gökce traveled to Buenos Aires in Argentina, intending to acquire international knowledge about the meat industry, where he also worked as a butcher in a restaurant. Soon after, he went back to his country to work at his old place to see if his investment of time in Argentina was worth it. Knowing Argentina couldn't give him all the experience he wanted, he started making moves to visit the United States to explore meat tourism. He got rejected for a visa 6 times but kept pursuing his vision, and not long after, he got a 3-month visa and continued his explorations. When he returned to Turkey, a friend named Mithat Erdem made him an offer. Nusret assured him that he would succeed greatly and that the investment would be profitable. His success story. And at the age of 27, the hard work of a young man determined from his teenage years began to bloom as he opened his first restaurant in Istanbul with just 10 employees and 10 tables. Things became better for the chef when a Turkish businessman, Faik Sanek, stopped at his restaurant for a meal and was impressed not just by the food but also the feeling and setting of the restaurant. Sahenk invested in Gökçe's growing business, allowing the chef to expand his business, and he opened another branch in Ankara, Turkey. Gökçe decided to move from his comfort zone, which is his country, and explored bigger nations with not just tourists coming from countries but also bigger competitors. He expanded to Dubai and Doha, located in Qatar. His steakhouse, which he named Nusret Steakhouse after his name, has expanded over the years into other countries in different parts of the world. Locations are New York, Massachusetts, California, Florida, Texas, Bodrum, Marmaris, Istanbul, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Doha, and Jeddah. By 2014, the American Academy of Hospitality Sciences awarded his restaurant the Star Diamond Award. Nusret wasn't just any chef and restaurant owner. He wanted more than just success. He wanted to be known for his uniqueness. He adopted a technique of seasoning and salting his food to distinguish himself from the rest of his competitors. His ultimate signature would open a larger market for him very soon. While Gökçe served some important personalities in society and had his customers, his name was not known by many. A new dawn started for Gökçe in 2017. The development came after the chef posted an Instagram video that captured him slicing a steak and fancifully throwing salt on it. The creativity of the video made more than 10 million views, attracting the attention of many celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio, who visited his restaurant so that they could watch him serve them in his special way. He even attracted the attention of the president of Venezuela. Nicolas Maduro was seen eating in one of Nusret's restaurants in a video. At this moment, he got his signature name Salt Bae, for which he's popularly known. His restaurant's official Instagram page has one of the highest followership for a cuisine page, with over 12 million followers, and he has on his personal Instagram page 48 million followers. He presently has 400 workers worldwide, a tremendous growth from more than 10 years of hard work since he started his company. The controversies. It might seem everything is going well for the superstar chef. Still, even his magic hands cannot do wonders to some reviews. Many have had about his steaks and expensive menu restaurants, or even how people perceive him, especially when they hear his voice. Immediately after his social media fame, Salt Bae leveraged the opportunity to expand his business to the New York market. Many anticipated the taste of his food. However, the reviews that came after didn't do his image justice. One of the critics, who had spent over $521 with his companions on a plate of meal for three and a glass of bad wine, each left the restaurant in craving for some snacks that had nothing to do with Nusret. According to him, the food didn't merit the cost given. The $25 salad contained days-old iceberg lettuce and mystery greens with tasteless goat's cheese and a few walnuts, raisins, and pomegranate seeds. And the high school grade fries were also included. After dining at Nusret, New York Times critic Pete Wells left with a larger memento than most. In his critic's notebook entry, he says, "I had a pair of trousers that Salt Bae had seasoned like a steak. Even though it was exciting, the whole thing was messy around the edges. It might seem here, after many years of experience gotten from different nations, Salt Bae couldn't maintain the quality of his food, but was rather focused on the looks and style that came with the interface of his meats. Many people do not go and meet the man for the extraordinary taste of a good meat, but rather to grow their social network, or even social media handles just being associated with the name Nusret." David Steen once said, "We approached the glistering Midtown temple of meat, hoping that some of Gökçe's immortality might land on us, or at least our Instagram accounts." His London restaurant has also been slammed as one of the worst places to eat. To make matters worse, a well-known media figure was injured in a failed fire display in Istanbul's Nusret restaurant in September 2018. He suffered burns covering 35% of his body surface area, while 4 others suffered minor burns. While many overlook the criticism of his food and pricey restaurants, Salt Bae stepped not just on his critics' toes, but also on some of his fans, when he posted the picture of him holding the FIFA World Cup won by Argentina in December 2022. Salt Bae might have had the mindset to celebrate with the country he supported for the FIFA World Cup. Many people thought he was trying to draw attention to himself, while the team players were celebrating their moments. And for others, it was a defy of convention and protocol, even to let him into the pitch, leading to his ban from the major US Cup final in America. But have these affected any of his sales? Nusret is still doing great regardless of the critics against its owner, and Salt Bae is still living the life he has always imagined. Salt Bae's lifestyle. Despite his rise to fame, Salt Bae isn't one to live the flamboyant life. The chef, who sleeps in hotels near his restaurant, starts his day with exercise and then consumes a diet high in protein. He makes about $20 million a year and owns a beautiful place at Islay, worth $50 million and many luxurious cars. His net worth is about $70 million. After he races to work, engages with his team, does what he loves doing best, gets home at midnight and sleeps for about 4 hours. With his busy lifestyle, he has refused to commit to marriage, stating that he does not have the time to spend with a woman who might want more time with him. One cannot blame the superstar chef. His goal is aimed at keeping his legacy intact, and while many might not like him, he has indeed a name not just for himself but also for his family, who once suffered as riffraff on the dirty streets of Derisa. If you like this biography, please like the video and subscribe to our channel to be amongst the first to know when we release a new video. Here are more videos for you to watch. See you in one of the next videos.